Good evening, everyone. If you are able, please stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming tonight. This event is very important to many people, and it's definitely something to celebrate. Before we get to the inductees, we're going to have a short section on our pillars in NHS. Scholarship, leadership, character, and service are all values that we work to embody in order to leave a positive impact in our community. Please help me in welcoming our speakers.
The first pillar in the NHS is scholarship. When it comes to scholarship, most people think of a GPA or a semester grade. At the NHS, it's more than that. Scholarship means utilizing the resources given to you and then some. NHS students break the typical barriers of academic success by finding ways to expand their knowledge beyond what is taught in the classroom. Students in NHS see tough classes as an opportunity to grow, embracing the hardships because we know that we have the ability to overcome. Additionally, we members of the NHS always choose the road less traveled by persevering through difficult topics rather than sacrificing our integrity as students. As members of the NHS, we intend to use our gifts and scholarship to make positive impacts on the world through our knowledge and skills. Scholarship does not always mean objective success, but a will to put forth necessary effort when challenges arise.
The next pillar in National Honor Society is leadership. Leadership within National Honor Society is more than making yourself known or standing out in a crowd. NHS leadership can only be defined as service leadership, shaping us to become servant leaders. Servant leaders don't boast, they aren't egotistical, and they aren't above anyone. They place themselves on the levels of those they serve, opening their hearts, allowing them to lead diligently. Using their leadership skills, they serve when no one else will. An NHS leader initiates, not just attends. They stand out from their peers because they're not afraid to take control of a challenging task. National Honor Society members lead by example, shaping the culture of whatever room they walk into. In this position, leadership is less about the power to direct and more about the humility to serve.
The next pillar of National Honor Society is character. This is what makes a person who they are. Having character means establishing a foundation in what your morals mean to you and how you can utilize the strengths of your personality to lead others. It is the sum of a person's moral qualities, integrity, and ethical standards. It dictates how a person behaves, especially when faced with the difficult choice or when nobody is watching. The strongest qualities of a leader with character are honesty, courage, trustworthiness, responsibility, and fairness. In the National Honor Society community, it is necessary for individuals to dive deeper into the character they embody and lead others through what they know is right. Learn to establish a strong character. Gain the trust of those who follow you by being a role model for all, and always demonstrate what it means to be a member of the NHS.
The final pillar of the National Honor Society is service. To me, this is the most important part of being a member of NHS. Service is choosing to selflessly meet the needs of others. Having a servant heart means tending to the needs of others with a positive manner, not with judgment or as a way to boast. It is essential for members of the National Honor Society to do things that better the community or at our school. It can be in large or small ways, but each hour of service matters. Your work should be done with an encouraging spirit and without expecting any retributions.
Hello, everyone. My name is Holly Lawrence, and I have the privilege of welcoming Ashley Barrett to NHS. Ashley is a dedicated high school senior whose achievements span academics, leadership, and service. Ashley is a county ambassador for 4-H and has earned the Grand Champion Sheep Showman title. In addition to her 4-H achievements, Ashley also placed first for the FCCLA job interview and third place in crime scene investigation at Skills USA. She has also earned the 2024 Heart and Hustle Volleyball Award. One of Ashley's most memorable life experiences was her family's decision to move from Montana to Michigan in July of 2025. Despite this challenging transition, Ashley continues to serve her community in countless ways. Ashley deeply admires her dad for loving her as his own and showing his love for her through adoption. She is also inspired by her mom and Nana, who have always supported her without hesitation. Ashley's motivation is captured in her favorite quote from Lewis Hamilton: "They can throw what they want at me, I will come back stronger." With her resilience, leadership, and unwavering commitment to service, I have no doubt that Ashley is a model NHS student who truly embodies the values of our 4 pillars. Ashley, welcome to NHS.
Well, hello, everyone. We got a little out of whack on our agenda there. Holly likes to beat me at golf, speak before me, that kind of thing. But excited to have everyone here tonight to induct our newest NHS members. Want to start with just a couple of thank yous. First to Mrs. Parrish and Ms. Howard and the rest of our NHS team for just all the work that goes into tonight and all the work that goes into managing our NHS group throughout the year. Want to thank all of our speakers you've heard from already tonight. So Jackson for doing the pledge, and then Skylar, Owen, Emma, Hadley, and Adeline for helping with our NHS pillars as well. I also want to thank everyone who's here tonight, the parents and family members, for taking the time out of your day and your week to celebrate what's truly an outstanding accomplishment, and also one that's a culmination of all these students' hard work during their time at Byron Center High School and throughout their time at school in BC. Moments like this really do matter, even if your kid doesn't necessarily vocalize that to you. You being here and just the pride that shows is really important. And the work that you put in to support your student at home, both academically and in everything else that they're going through, truly makes a difference and is a big part of their success in school and them being inducted into NHS. So a round of applause for everyone who's here with us tonight. Being selected for NHS means that all these students have exhibited leadership, and they've done so consistently throughout their time at Byron Center High School. It also means that people have taken notice. Their teachers, their coaches, staff members, they've noticed their leadership throughout their time here. And while some of these students might not think of themselves as leaders yet, being in NHS is an indication of that. And it's an indication of their leadership by example, which is one of the most important forms of leadership. So many students who are being inducted tonight might think of focusing on their own success or working hard to accomplish their goals or to get where they need to go. But in that process, they're doing a great job of setting a good example for other students. So now that they'll be officially inducted in NHS tonight, we look forward to their continued leadership and continuing to make Byron Center High School a better place each and every day. So thank you again and congratulations.
I have the privilege tonight to induct Connor Jenks into the National Honor Society. Connor is a senior at Byron Center High School and plans to attend Michigan State in the fall of next year. While Connor excels in his studies, his talent certainly isn't limited to the classroom. He's a valued player on the Byron Center men's soccer team, and last year he played a crucial role in the team's unforgettable run to the state finals. Outside of academics and athletics, Connor enjoys hiking, being outdoors, and spending quality time with his friends and family. Connor's biggest inspiration is his mom, who he says pushes him every single day to be the best he can. Growing up with Connor, it has been amazing to see him succeed, and I cannot wait to see what the Lord has in store for him in the next chapter of his life. Congratulations, and welcome to NHS, Connor.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the pleasure of welcoming one of my best friends, Soraya Oko, into the National Honor Society. If you know Soraya, you know she's one of the kindest and most supportive people you'll ever meet. Her kindness really reflects in the way she serves her community. She volunteers regularly at her church as a children's church student teacher and praise dance leader, and she also helps out at the Buist Community Assistance Center. Soraya is patient, encouraging, and always willing to give her time to others. Not only is she a hardworking student within the classroom, but she's also a dedicated member of the girls' varsity tennis team, earning all conference in her junior year while playing at the well-deserved spot of first doubles. One of her most interesting experiences was visiting her host sister, Helena, in Austria and going mountain climbing. In her free time, she loves traveling and spending quality time with her friends and family. When she talks about who inspires her, she always mentions her dad. She admires how hardworking and family-oriented he is and how he motivates her and her siblings to do their best and lift each other up. Soraya, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations and welcome to NHS.
Hi, my name is Ava Van Tol, and I have the privilege of inducting Mackenzie Schichtel into the National Honor Society, a student who naturally embodies the values and characteristics this group portrays. I have been blessed to grow up alongside Kenzie, becoming good friends in 5th grade, which has given me the chance to witness the kindness, integrity, and genuine spirit Kenzie presents to everyone she encounters. Kenzie has an impressive 3.9 GPA and is also a 3-sport athlete, playing softball, basketball, and diving. In diving specifically, Kenzie has proven her dedication and impressive success by qualifying for states 3 years in a row and earning all-state recognition. Though overcoming the challenge of being born deaf, Kenzie's resilience has been proven in the way she gives back to the community by volunteering at the annual Oral Deaf Golf Outings and speaking at a student deaf panel. Kenzie is truly an inspiration in the way her leadership and service carry throughout her life. Kenzie's greatest inspiration is her mom, due to all the sacrifices she has made and the impact she has left on her life. Her mom inspires her to be a caring and supportive person who loves everyone around her, which, if you know Kenzie, is definitely a characteristic she possesses. Kenzie lives by a specific quote from Albert Schweitzer that guides her everyday actions, recognizing that success is not the key to happiness, but happiness is the key to success. This blend of strong character, academic success, and genuine nature makes Kenzie a perfect addition. I'm extremely proud to welcome you into the National Honor Society.
Good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here tonight to celebrate the induction of one of my best friends, Addison. If you know Addison, you know she's defined by her natural leadership and dedication to the people she loves. Addison's commitment begins in the classroom. While taking multiple AP and honors classes this year, she has still managed to maintain an impressive 4.16 GPA. Aside from the GPA, what makes her truly special is how she pours her energy into serving others. You can see her servant's heart in action nearly every day she works over at Countryside's ECC, caring for some of our youngest students. And her desire to help others isn't just local. 2 summers ago, that dedication took her all the way to Ecuador on a mission trip, a truly life-changing experience. Addison is a natural leader who inspires those around her. Not only does she take on active roles in her student life and leadership class, but she also leads by example through her faith, dedicating her time to a weekly youth group at our church in Young Life every Monday night. Addison perfectly embodies the spirit of NHS. She's academically strong, yes, but more importantly, she applies her intelligence, energy to serve, lead, and improve the lives of those around her. Her loyalty and deep care for her friends and community are truly exceptional. Congratulations, Addison. We are also proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. Thank you.
It is my honor and delight tonight to introduce our newest member of NHS, Sade Sanuga. For as long as I've known her, Sade has been an extremely dedicated participant in a variety of clubs and extracurriculars, such as youth group, volunteer work, and even co-founding her own community service club at the school. Sade excels in academics, earning her place on the honor roll all 4 years here, and has pushed herself even further by competing in a KCTC healthcare event and winning regional status at HOSA. Besides these things, Sade is so kind and encouraging to those around her. Her loyalty, humility, joy, and faith set her apart. She is a true reflection of one of the quotes that motivates her. As Andy Andrews puts it, life itself is a privilege, but to live life to the fullest, well, that's a choice. Sade is not only one of my closest friends, but also one of the most high-achieving peers I know. From her desire to challenge herself academically to her courage in initiating community events, her unyielding servant's heart, Sade absolutely deserves this position as part of the NHS. Congrats, Sade.
have the privilege to induct Brady Beach, and Brady Beach is an incredible student, friend, athlete, and person. While I've not known him for years, and not too long in general, I've still learned so much about him, and I've gained so much respect for him. Aside from being, and this is a long one, two-time all-conference, two-time state champion, two-time OK Metro Conference champion, five-time All-State, and two-time school record holder, all in swim, Brady is also an impeccable student with a 4.06 GPA. Brady volunteers his time to BCTV, Kids Food Basket, and to the high school swim team. He also enjoys hiking and spending time with his friends and family. His biggest inspiration is his father. Brady is most inspired by the quote, "With the freedom of choosing comes with the responsibility of doing." Congratulations, Brady, and welcome to NHS.
Tonight, I am very honored to welcome Miles Crawford to our National Honor Society as he exemplifies each of the 4 key values of NHS. His commitment to scholarship is certainly shown through his dedication to his studies. Miles is currently taking an impressive 5 AP classes this year. Miles has also shown extraordinary leadership through his work as a basketball coach for Special Olympics over the past 3 years. His additional areas of service include volunteering for Toys for Tots and helping fellow students through his work as a high school tutor. And lastly, I would like to say that I have first-handedly witnessed Miles' kind and supportive character. I know Miles won't remember this. However, in 7th grade, when I was new to Byron Center, Miles and I were on the cross-country team. I remember being in the middle of a meet, and I was struggling to keep my pace. Miles noticed this and went out of his way to help me keep a steady pace. I remember him encouraging me to keep up with him and keep putting in all of my effort. We both finished the meet together, and he told me, "Nice job." It really goes to show how acts of kindness such as this are not forgotten. Miles is obviously a driven student and says that he draws inspiration from his grandpa because of his hard work and encouragement. Miles is motivated by the motto, "Good things come to those who put in the work." For all of these reasons, it is clear that Miles has put in the work to be an excellent member of National Honor Society.
Good evening again, everybody. My name is Luke Dunnell. Tonight, I have the honor and the privilege of inducting Brady Finkbeiner into the National Honor Society. Brady is an excellent representation of what it means to be a student at Byron Center High School. Because I'm around him so often, I've seen firsthand that he consistently displays the qualities of an outstanding person and student. Not only is he a multi-sport athlete, competing in both football and track, but he also excels in the classroom, taking multiple AP courses with maintaining an impressive 3.9 GPA. Off paper and in his day-to-day life, Brady enjoys playing pickleball and basketball, as well as being with his friends and most of all, his family. Both his mom and dad are inspirations as they provide examples to him and his 3 brothers of what it means to be successful, well-rounded, but most of all, caring and kind people. Service and volunteer work are also important parts of who Brady is. His work at both Kids Food Basket and Hand to Hand demonstrates his care for others and for the community as a whole. Brady's profound faith, above all, plays a major role in his life. His favorite Bible verse, Luke 1:37, states that, "For with God, nothing shall be impossible." Brady lives by this and has clearly shaped his character for the better. Now, I invite you to join me in welcoming Brady Finkbeiner to the National Honor Society.
Good evening. I'm proud to welcome my good friend Ellison Fink into the National Honor Society. Ellison is a hardworking student holding an impressive 4.21 GPA. She is extremely perceptive, both inside and outside of the classroom, and is a great conversationalist. Not only that, but she is a hardworking athlete that has swum club swim for 10 years. Ellison also enjoys traveling, but she doesn't just do it for herself. Several years ago, she went on a mission trip to Ecuador. Since serving in Ecuador, Ellison volunteers her time locally by teaching young children how to swim, a life-saving skill. As a final note, I would like to leave you with a quote from the 14th century Italian mystic Catherine of Siena: "Be who you were created to be, and you will set the world on fire." This powerful message encourages Ellison each day as she strives to make the world a better place, and I hope we may all be thus inspired. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lainey Van Tol, and it is my honor to induct Cece Fraley into the National Honor Society. Anyone that knows Cece can vouch for her strong leadership, dedication, and spirit of service that inspires everyone around her. Since I had the privilege of being on the volleyball team with Cece this past year, she demonstrated these qualities by being a constant support to her teammates, offering encouragement when needed, and setting a high standard of work ethic. First of all, Cece is an excellent student. While taking numerous AP classes, she has been able to maintain an impressive 3.93 GPA. This achievement represents her discipline and ability to manage a demanding academic schedule. Cece's dedication to service is clear in her commitment to the community. By devoting her time to church activities, including assisting in children's lessons and working in the nursery, as well as supporting local and national missionaries, she highlights her character and devotion to the well-being of others. Not only does Cece exceed in the service pillar, but also embodies strong leadership. While managing the workloads of schoolwork, she commits time to serve as a leader in Byron Center Revival and started a club to celebrate freedom of speech regarding books that have been banned in our school. Most importantly, Cece has the most genuine character. She consistently shows who she is and what she stands for. One of the people Cece admires the most is Jesus because of his unconditional love for everyone, regardless of the situations they are in. Being inspired by the motto, "Be the woman you look up to," Cece is motivated to work towards her highest potential. All in all, Cece is extremely authentic, loving, and a selfless person, and I'm honored to have her as a friend. Congrats, Cece. We look forward to having you join our team and can't wait to see the successes and opportunities that you'll encounter. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Natalie Ruckers, and I'm so proud to announce my good friend Christina Ha into the NHS program. As nervous as I am to be up here, it is so worth it to tell you all about Christina's amazing achievements and her level of commitment to benefit her community. Christina has volunteered at the KDL Library for the past 5 years. Starting in 7th grade, she has committed time to restock shelves, promote events, and be a helping hand wherever is needed. Along with the library, she helps out with hand-to-hand and kids' food basket as other community volunteer service. In the springtime, Christina is occupied with tennis. She made varsity freshman year and is planning to continue to play all 4 years of high school. As a big achievement, she was awarded all-conference last year and helped the team in regionals by winning key matches. Christina excels not just in athletics, but in her academics. She has pushed herself with difficult classes since freshman year in order to prepare for college. This year, she has taken 4 APs. She always impresses me with how much she can handle while still being active and showing up for her friends. Outside of school, some of her hobbies are playing pickleball, don't tell her tennis coaches, doing crafts, and baking. A family member that supports her and someone that she looks up to is her sister, Anna. Although there are 7 years between them, they strengthen each other and always find ways to connect. Christina says that Anna has always been her greatest source of guidance. In the future, Christina is interested in pursuing a career in pharmaceutical sciences. I'm so proud to be Christina's friend and cannot wait to see where she goes next. Thank you.
Next, I have the pleasure of inducting Tanisha Hassan into the National Honor Society. Tanisha is a junior with a 4.01 GPA who participates in BC tennis and theater. Tanisha is kind, hardworking, and consistently goes out of her way to make someone's day better, and not just at school. She volunteers for Kids Food Basket, Hand to Hand, and John Ball Zoo. She is also the event coordinator for BC Green. In her free time, she enjoys reading, music, and traveling. She even speaks 3 different languages. Her biggest inspiration is her sister because of her independence and determination. When she is older, she wants to study law, which I have no doubt she will be able to achieve. Congratulations, Tanisha.
Tonight, I have the honor to welcome Terrence C. into the National Honor Society. Terrence is an outstanding student, maintaining an impressive 4.03 GPA as a junior while taking several AP classes. Besides grades, Terrence is involved in many other activities around the community, such as the Chamber Orchestra here at school, the St. Cecilia Orchestra, where he holds the honorary position of concertmaster. He plays varsity tennis, and lastly, he is a key member of the Science Olympiad team. As for his hobbies, Terrence enjoys playing tennis and hanging out with his friends, and he also enjoys learning about current events. Terrence gives back to the community through volunteering, tutoring, and helping out at tennis and orchestra-related events. One of Terrence's most notable volunteer works is playing his instrument for residents of retirement homes, something he does every holiday season, spreading joy through his musical talent. Because of this, I can confidently say that Terrence is hardworking, smart, kind, and ultimately a great example for anyone at Byron Center High School. Lastly, Terrence wouldn't be who he is today without his mom, who keeps him on track, shows him what it is like to be hardworking, and inspires him to be the best he can be. Welcome to NHS, Terrence.
Hi everyone, my name is Izzy Gallagher and it is my privilege to welcome Lila Henline into the National Honor Society. Lila is a junior and has managed to maintain a 3.99 GPA while being involved in travel softball and Byron Center varsity softball. She is verbally committed to Central Michigan University to continue her academic and athletic career. Lila also enjoys spending her free time with her friends and family and volunteering for a 10 and under softball team. Her greatest inspiration is her little sister Zella because she has taught her to power through hard things. Lila hopes to work in the medical field when she is older to be able to help others. Finally, Lila's favorite quote is "Stay the course" because it reminds her to keep fighting towards her goals no matter what. Congratulations, Lila, and welcome to NHS.
Tonight, I am inducting Maddie Law into the National Honor Society. I met Maddie in preschool, so I've had the pleasure of knowing her for almost 12 years. We've been friends for pretty much the whole time, and being friends with someone for 12 years, you get to know them pretty well. Maddie is one of the most positive and selfless people I know. She's always thinking of others, and no matter the situation, you'll always see her laughing or with a smile on her face. It's the kind of positivity that's contagious. A quote that motivates her is, "Let all things you do be done in love," from 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. You can definitely see that she lives by this from all the activities she's involved in at Byron Center, including cross-country, theater, choir, and BC Revival, which is the school's Bible study club. She is so passionate about all the things she does. Another thing about Maddie is her perseverance. There have been so many times in cross-country where things get hard and it would be easy to just quit, but not once did she do that. She fought through it and finished. 2 of her biggest motivators are her sisters, who she says are her role models, and she can always lean on them. Maddie's goal in life is to become a neuropsychologist, and I have no doubt she will become one. Maddie, I'm so proud of you and incredibly honored to induct you tonight. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the distinct privilege of inducting my twin sister, Caitlin Leifer. Caitlin's time at Byron Center has been marked by extraordinary achievements. She immediately made her presence known on the field, securing a starting position on the women's varsity soccer team as a freshman goalie and becoming a crucial teammate in last year's state championship victory. However, Caitlin's excellence extends well beyond athletics. She demonstrates an amazing commitment to service within our community. For the past 2 years, she has dedicated her time to Toys for Tots, ensuring local families can celebrate Christmas. And she consistently gives back to our school by assisting at the annual Byron Center Craft Show. Caitlin organizes school traditions like the Holiday Christmas Door Decorating Competition. She accomplishes all this while maintaining a truly exceptional 4.0 GPA in her classes. Caitlin credits her success and motivation to her role models, her mother. She has always been our greatest inspiration, encouraging her to be the best version of herself and pursue her goals relentlessly. Furthermore, her older brother Holden inspires her by modeling what it means to possess a true and unwavering work ethic. This dedication is evident in everything she does. Caitlin consistently goes above and beyond at every task, giving her full effort, whether she's preparing for a major soccer game, studying for her rigorous exams, or volunteering her time. Ultimately, Caitlin possesses one of the kindest hearts of anyone I know. She leads with compassion and genuinely cares for everyone around her. For these reasons, it is my pleasure and honor to officially induct my twin sister, Caitlin Leifer, into the National Honor Society.
Good evening, all. My name is Kaylee McKendry, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of inducting Cy McDowell into the National Honor Society. Claire is a wonderful friend with a kind heart. We met during choir, and I immediately knew that she was a strong leader and had passion in all that she did. Claire is on the high school swim team and on the track team. She's very proficient in shot put. She has a passion for hiking with her family, and her favorite hiking experience was at the Channel Islands, where they got to see a huge pod of dolphins swimming with some whales. Claire volunteers for the Revive and Thrive project, where she has volunteered just under 80 hours. Her mom is her biggest support and encourages her and has taught her to always give 100%. I'm incredibly proud of you, Claire, and I am so excited to welcome you into the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yubin Perk, and it is my honor to introduce our new NHS member, Gracia Mendoza. Gracia is someone who consistently stands out, not because she tries to, but because she genuinely puts her heart into everything she does. She serves as an AUA leader and class officer, and showing her dedication and leadership that inspire the people around her. She also has a clear passion for the future. Gracia is aiming for a career in the medical field with the goal of becoming physician assistant, a path where she helps people. One of the things that makes Gracia so admirable is her love for giving back. She has volunteered through tutoring and participated in the Toy for Tots drive, always showing up her kindness and willingness to help. Outside of school, Gracia enjoys baking, traveling, reading, babysitting, or spending time with her family and friends. She manages to balance everything with a sense of joy that makes her amazing to be around. When I asked who she admires the most, Gracia immediately said her parents, who have always supported her and given her countless opportunities. It is clear that those strengths and encouragement have shaped the person she is today. One quote that motivates her is, "You can't control everything, but you can control how you show up." And Gracia truly lives by that. She shows up with her purpose, effort, and positive attitude every single time. I'm so excited to welcome Gracia Mendoza, and congratulations and welcome to NHS, Gracia.
Good evening. My name is Liam Simon, and tonight I'm here to induct Connor Nealon into the National Honor Society. I can name no one else more deserving than him of this honor. I've known Connor since elementary school, and he has always been an amazing example of the core principles that National Honor Society aims to develop. He has excelled in the classroom in addition to being an incredibly gifted athlete, with 3 years of varsity track letters, and played a large role in breaking 2 school records in both the 100 and 200 meter relays. In the coming years, he aims to be an all-conference athlete in football and to break the school record in both the 100 and 200 meter sprints. To achieve these incredible accomplishments, Connor has proven his immense work ethic in the weight room and in sprint training, taking the quote from Pelé, "Success is no accident," to heart. Connor is the best kind of teammate, one who spent 20 minutes after practice advising others on sprint technique to help them be the best athlete they can be. Connor also helps coach the youth wrestling team, and he would like you to know his favorite food is sushi. Connor has proven time and time again that he is a naturally kind and caring person who has always provided an excellent example of what it truly means to be humble in your success. He will be an amazing fit in NHS this year, and I'm so proud of you, Connor.
Hi, my name is Elise Moore, and today I have the honor of inducting one of my best friends, Audrey Novak. In the 10 years I have known her, Audrey has always been a supportive and kind friend and will continue to do that in NHS. Audrey is very active in both athletics and the arts. She's a cheerleader for our BC varsity team and has been in all districts and all conference honorable mention. She is also involved in theater. She has performed in shows here at Byron Center as well as Stage GR. Audrey also likes to volunteer within the community, working with second graders at her church and helping with the BC Fab Craft Show every year. Congratulations, Audrey.
It is my pleasure to introduce my little sister, Natalie Rewa, in honor of her being inducted into the National Honor Society. With all of her hard work and dedication to her schoolwork, she is proud to achieve the grades she does and make the honor roll with a GPA of 3.68. She's been playing soccer since she was 5 years old and loved playing for the Byron Center Women's Soccer Program for the last 2 years and is looking forward to the next 2. She's loved playing soccer for her club team, ASO United, for the last couple of years and the memories she has made with her teammates. This year, she was on the 2008 Premier Team, which ended the season with a hard-fought win during a brutal tournament, where she got reached out to by a scout. Her 2 favorite volunteer activities are Family Promise Christmas and Hand to Hand. She loves being able to help the less fortunate buy Christmas gifts for their families because it fills her with joy, seeing the smile on their face and listening to their laughter. Packing lunches for Hand to Hand gives her a sense of peace, knowing that deserving children will have food to eat over the weekend. The person she looks up to the most is our mom because she showed her how to care for others and bring joy to everyone. Someone that taught her how to stay strong and persevere through tough times in life is our dad. A quote she lives by is, "The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win." She is grateful for the honor to be a new member of the National Honor Society.
Hi, my name is Autumn Cardis, and I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to induct one of my best friends, Claire Reisdyke, into the National Honor Society. In my opinion, my favorite things about Claire are her kind heart and her very contagious laugh. She is currently a junior, and for the past 3 years, she has been a member of Byron Center's varsity competitive and sideline cheer team. In her free time, she participates in Stage GR musicals, as well as volunteering at her church and various hand-to-hand opportunities. Some of Claire's greatest inspirations in her life are her parents. She mentioned how her mom supports her in everything she does and how her dad is always there for her no matter what. Something she lives by is 1 Corinthians 16:14, do everything in love. Congratulations, Claire.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jackson Schmucker, and today I have the privilege of inducting my friend Jack Van Dam. I honestly can't remember when or how I met Jack, but I know that I've known him for a while and personally think that he's very deserving to get into NHS tonight. One of my favorite things about him is that he can always make other people around him smile and laugh. When asked about who his inspirations have been in his life, Jack mentioned his older brother Miles, a 2024 graduate of Byron Center. I think that the ability to bring a feeling of lightheartedness into a room is one of the things that he and his brother have in common, and I can really appreciate why he looks up to his brother in that way. Jack enjoys volunteering in the Civil Air Patrol out in Holland. One speech that motivates Jack is the Man in the Arena speech presented by Theodore Roosevelt in 1910. In this speech, Roosevelt emphasizes the importance of striving to be the best that you can be and to meet the goals that you set for yourself. I think that these words really embody the way that Jack carries himself and his mindset in academics, athletics, and beyond. Speaking of athletics, Jack is also an athlete competing in track and field and cross country. Most notably, he hit 12 feet 3 inches during the track and field conference meet in the pole vault last spring, earning him 7th in the conference and earning him a spot at regionals. During warm-ups in track, Jack would always tell me what height he was striving for next in pole vault, and more oftentimes than not, he would meet that goal and even supersede it, which I feel like perfectly echoes Roosevelt's words from before. Jack, I'm so happy that you could make it into NHS tonight, and I'm so happy that I could be the one to induct you tonight. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Dodgson, and I will be inducting Bella Wiltzer. To start, when I think of Bella, I think of the word welcoming. While I only got to know her closer by the end of last year and the beginning of this year, from day one, she was the kindest, most inviting person. She's someone who will always make you feel like you belong, no matter who you are. Much of that spirit comes from her incredible friend and inspiration, Julia, whose kindness has shown Bella the strength found in encouragement and having a good support system. Bella applies that same supportive energy to her academic journey, meeting every challenge not just with intelligence, but with a sense of resilience. She perseveres with a smile, lifting up those around her along the way, no matter what is thrown at her. She doesn't just meet the standards of National Honor Society like the 4 pillars mentioned earlier. She is the perfect example of who others should aspire to be. She moreover shows these through her actions involving her perseverance in kickboxing and her journey through the Byron Center Theater program, whether it's stage managing and or acting. And throughout her genuine heart and supportive nature, Bella will always be there to put in the work and effort. It is a true honor to induct my close friend Bella Wiltzer into National Honor Society.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Donna, and tonight I'm honored to introduce our next inductee, Yogya Bade. Yogya is an active member of the Science Olympiad, winning 4 medals, regionals, and a medal at states last year. Besides his involvement with the Science Olympiad, his other hobbies include playing tennis, reading, and watching football and basketball games. Yogya also spends his time volunteering at the middle school he used to attend, teaching competition math to the students there. When my brother described Yogya to me today, he said that he is a sweet and caring friend to everyone. He says his biggest inspiration is his parents because of their hard work and dedication and how they always push him to be the best version of himself. Congratulations, Yogya, and welcome to the National Honor Society.
Hi, I'm Savannah Fitzpatrick, and tonight I have the honor of inducting Cora Ball into NHS. Last year, I met Cora during track and field. Right away, I could tell the type of person she was. She is so loving, kind, and always has something funny to say. She makes everything more enjoyable. From cold track meets to long, boring geometry classes, she is one of the most passionate and driven people I know. Cora is also very involved in and outside the high school. One of my favorite things about Cora is her generosity. For example, she enjoys giving back to her church by volunteering in their nursery. In the community, she enjoys spending her free time helping at the Oaks Elderly Living Center. In school, she is a part of student life and leadership. She's on the varsity cross-country team, and she does track. Even with being so busy, she always makes time for her family and friends since they are such a big part of her life. Specifically, Cora's biggest inspiration is her dad. Ever since she was a kid, he has inspired her to make the most of her life and to be the best person she can be. Cora makes such a big impact on everyone that meets her. I am so proud of her and everything she's done so far, and I can't wait to see what she does in the future. Congratulations and welcome to NHS, Cora.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rhea Quaker, and I have the honor to introduce Ian Bittenworth into the National Honor Society. Ian is a hardworking 10th grader who has a 4.0 GPA and cares a lot about his academics. In his free time, he enjoys playing soccer, in which on his club team he is a captain. He also actively volunteers at his church and other organizations. Ian's 2 biggest inspirations are his parents. His mom has showed him what hard work looks like, and his dad has always been by his side, pushing him to be a better person every day. Congrats to Ian on being nominated for the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Anna, and tonight I'm excited to introduce my sister, Jordan Dakin, to NHS. Jordan is a highly reputable student who leads the marching band as a drum major, having medaled twice at state championships, competes in sports such as soccer and track, plays the flute, volunteers at her church every week, and maintains excellent grades. And I could go on and on, but in case you haven't noticed over the past 45 minutes, we're all high achievers here to celebrate our high achievement, and that's great, but only when we remember it's not what we do, but who we are that matters most. And having known Jordan her entire life, I cannot think of a better example of this. She is selfless when no one is watching. She is kind when it is not expected. She is dedicated to everything she does and performs on a high level because she learns eagerly and humbly. She is funny because she loves to see people laugh, and compassionate because she hates to see them in pain. Rather than listing the things she's good at, and there are many, she filled her induction form with the people she loves and the experiences she always chooses to share with them. Now, I swear I'm not making this up, but she cited me as the person she admires most, which is both touching and actually funny because what she doesn't know is that her constant presence, encouragement, and friendship are one of my greatest motivations. It is out of her character that her great accomplishments naturally flow. And so, as a current member, I am honored to say, welcome to the National Honor Society, Jordan. And as her big sister, I am delighted to add that I love you fiercely, I am deeply proud of you, and don't let it get to your head.
Hi everyone, my name is Addison Van Toll, and it's truly an honor to be here tonight inducting Simone Fraley into National Honor Society. I've had the privilege to watch Simone play volleyball over the years, and I've had the opportunity to see her grow into the amazing person she is today. Simone is a student who truly resembles scholarship, leadership, character, and service. She currently maintains a 4.0 GPA while also dedicating herself to athletics as a club volleyball team captain. On the court, she leads with encouragement and strength, always making sure to focus on teamwork and helping others succeed. Outside of school, Simone enjoys hanging out with friends, driving while listening to music, and making the most out of every moment. One of her most exciting memories was parasailing in Cancun, Mexico with her older sister, Cece. Simone also values service and giving back to her community. She has volunteered through her church, helped with volleyball programs, participated in trail cleanups, visited nursing homes, and helped rebuild homes. She deeply admires her dad as he has taught her patience and how to work hard while still remembering to have fun and enjoy life. Her mom has been her biggest inspiration, pushing her to grow and believe in her abilities. A Bible verse that motivates Simone is Matthew 19:26, which says, "Jesus looked at them and said, 'With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible.'" Simone is a wonderful addition to the National Honor Society, and I have no doubt that she will continue to inspire and lead others around here.
Hello, I'm Riley Petrowski, and this evening I have the pleasure of presenting Zoe Hatch as an inductee to the National Honor Society. Zoe's a sophomore chosen for her many remarkable activities, performances, and experiences. In addition to her rigorous academics, Zoe participates on the BCHS dance team, volunteers with her church, and co-leads BC Revival, her student-led Bible study group. Zoe leaves a noticeable impact on each community she reaches out to. Whether it's collecting donations, working at nursing homes, or spreading the word of God, her compassion radiates everywhere she goes. As mentioned, NHS is centered around leadership, scholarship, service, and character. Zoe not only meets, but exceeds the expectations for each of these themes. Zoe's an incredibly accomplished young woman, but she's much more than that. What sets Zoe apart from the rest is her character. I've gotten to know Zoe more this year, and it's clear that one of her most admirable characteristics is her authenticity. Zoe's uniquely her, always sharing a smile, cracking a joke, giving a hug, and reaching out a helping hand. She brings light into every situation, which brings power to the communities she creates. I cannot wait to see how far she will go. Congrats on getting into NHS, Zoe. Go leave your mark.
Tonight, I have the honor of speaking on behalf of Austin Hughes. Austin is a sophomore and is an incredibly committed student, earning high marks in all of his classes, including AP US History and AP Pre-Calculus, with a 3.87 GPA overall. On top of his commitment to school, Austin finds time for several other noteworthy activities. He's a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo and spends multiple hours a week volunteering at his church. When he isn't occupied with school, sports, or volunteering, Austin enjoys playing games, doing puzzles, and reading. Beyond all of his achievements and commitments, Austin is a man of God and an amazing friend who always stays positive no matter the circumstances. His favorite verse is Psalm 23, verse 4. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I'm incredibly thankful to have Austin Hughes as my friend and now a part of this chapter of NHS. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Natalie Gritt, and tonight I have the honor and privilege of introducing Riley Hull as she is inducted into the National Honor Society. Riley is an exceptional student whose dedication is shown in everything she does. She is a sophomore who maintains an impressive 4.0 GPA. She made the varsity tennis team as a freshman, all while continuing her commitment to dance. Outside of academics and athletics, Riley enjoys doing hair and nails, and she loves spending time at her family's cottage in the summer. Service is also an important part of who she is. Riley volunteers at Kids Food Basket and enjoys helping out at her church, both of which allow her to give back to her community in meaningful ways. A verse that guides and motivates her is, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," a reminder of the faith and determination she brings to everything she takes on. When asked whom she admires most, Riley says she looks up to her mom, who constantly supports her and inspires her to become the best version of herself. Please join me in welcoming Riley to NHS.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Braylee Van Duzen. Tonight, I have the absolute honor of introducing my good friend, Chloe Hulla, as she is inducted into the National Honor Society. Chloe is single-handedly one of the hardest workers I know. As a sophomore, she is an outstanding student who maintains a 3.97 GPA. What makes this even more impressive is that she achieves this while being a well-rounded student and a dedicated athlete. I am lucky enough to have gotten to know Chloe through swimming. She's a very talented swimmer. In fact, she's a two-year member of the state swim team. This year specifically, she was a state qualifier in both the 100 and 50-yard freestyle. In addition to her athletics, Chloe's extremely involved in the arts, notably as a state qualifying cellist in our school's chamber orchestra. Chloe's commitment extends beyond these activities. In her free time, she is an active member of Byron Center's Science Olympiad program, and she enjoys hiking during the summer months. Outside of all of these accomplishments, Chloe exhibits the NHS pillar of service by volunteering at her church every other weekend, where she works with a group of first-grade girls. Chloe is such an amazing person, and if I could, I would stand up here all day and brag about her. But I will end by saying that she's an incredible addition to the National Honor Society and will represent our school and our community very well. So please join me in welcoming Chloe Hulla to the National Honor Society.
Good evening. My name is Sydney Lopshire. Tonight I have the privilege of welcoming Rachel Kim to National Honor Society. Rachel is a talented individual inside and outside of the classroom. Not only is she a top student, but an extraordinary friend, athlete, and community member. Outside of school, Rachel competes in competitive skating, recently winning 2 gold medals. In her free time, Rachel enjoys reading, collecting books, and drawing. One of Rachel's most memorable experiences is traveling to Rome, where she visited Pompeii and the Vatican. She looks forward to traveling more in the future and learning more about different places and cultures. Rachel's faith is one of the most important things to her. She's very involved in her church and often volunteers her time in their ministries, including the food pantry. A guiding motivation for her comes from the verse Mark 9:24, "Lord, I believe, help my disbelief." Rachel carries this reminder of faith and humility with her every day. Rachel embodies the values of leadership, scholarship, and service and character, and we are thrilled to welcome her into the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Rachel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah, and this evening I have the honor of inducting Elizabeth Coster into NHS. Elizabeth is a sophomore and very involved in the theater, wind ensemble, and marching band programs, which is how I've gotten to know her these past few years. Not only is she heavily involved in the fine arts, Elizabeth also gives back to the community through volunteering at the local library over the summer and at her church. Elizabeth credits her dad with showing her the best example of hard work and grit, and thanks her mom for showing up to everything she does. A quote that motivates her is, "The difference between winning and losing is, most often, not quitting." I believe this truly sums up who Elizabeth is and how she always gives it her all. Elizabeth, I know you will continue to do amazing things, and welcome to NHS.
Hi, everyone. Tonight, I have the honor of inducting my brother, Zach Newman, into National Honor Society. I've had the privilege of getting to see Zach grow not only as a student, but also as a person. Zach and I share a lot of the same interests, such as running and playing piano. But obviously, as a younger brother, he always manages to be better than me at all of the things he does. This success comes from his determination to always try his hardest. His favorite motto is, "Whether you think you can or can't, you're right." And he truly embodies that. He takes on a mindset that if he wants to succeed in something, he'll put in the work to make it happen. As a year-round athlete in cross-country, swim, and track, he always puts out his best effort and never complains. This effort paid off as he was titled an all-conference athlete this fall after an incredible race at the cross-country conference championship meet. What also stands out about Zach is the kind of person he is. He's kind, reliable, funny, and smart. He's the type of person that makes any situation better just by being there. He's always putting others first and helping out wherever he can. And that's why I'm proud to be able to welcome you into NHS. Congratulations, Zach.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alani Walker, and tonight I have the privilege of welcoming Emmy Nguyen into the National Honor Society. Emmy embodies every part of what makes a well-rounded student in person. Her dedication and success to school are reflected in her impressive 4.0 GPA and perfect attendance. Emmy's extracurriculars and being a valuable part of her Science Olympiad, an 8-year pianist, and a Scholastic Gold Key winning artist demonstrate just a few of her considerable accomplishments. It takes a great deal of commitment to be an outstanding student, but Emmy goes above and beyond that by being an involved contributor to our community through volunteer service. She volunteers at the Oaks Retirement Home Kids Food Basket, her church, as a pianist and for fundraisers, and the Kent District Library, where she was recognized with a volunteer award. Emmy's servant heart shines through her actions, and she's well-liked, kind, and hardworking. Her older sister and role model, Levy Nguyen, says, "I am so proud to call you my little sister and forever grateful that God had given me you as my built-in best friend." Please join me in welcoming Emmy into NHS.
This evening, I have the pleasure of inducting Chloe Terry into NHS. Chloe is currently a sophomore, and I have had the opportunity of getting to know her through marching band and wind ensemble. Along with band, she loves to dance, especially ballet, where she has volunteered as an assistant dance instructor and has performed for her community and nursing homes. She enjoys going to youth group and volunteering at her church. One of her favorite pastimes is hanging out with her parents, sisters, and her dog. She admires her dad for constantly providing for his family, and her mom has been her biggest motivation by encouraging her to do everything she does at the highest level with kindness and grace. A saying that motivates her is, "Everything you do, do for the glory of God." I know that Chloe will thrive in NHS because of the hardworking and kind leader that she is. Welcome to NHS, Chloe.
I'm excited to announce that my friend Adeline Vanderwerf will be joining the National Honor Society. Adeline is one of the sweetest people that I know. She is recognized by her peers for her kind and thoughtful personality and was nominated to be a cross-country team captain and a homecoming court representative as a sophomore. Adeline is also incredibly hardworking. While maintaining a 4.0 GPA, she regularly goes to off-season Bulldog Power, attends Young Life with Friends, and helps on the church worship team. It is no surprise that Adeline's loving disposition is rooted in her faith. One of her favorite lines from Scripture,
John 13:34 explains it all. Just as I have loved you, you must also love one another. Please join me in welcoming Adeline Vernewerf to the National Honor Society.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, I have the distinct honor of welcoming my little sister, Tessa Wadsworth, into the National Honor Society. When looking at Tessa's list of accomplishments, you see a dedicated student involved in various activities, from golf, where she was awarded, to tennis, the environmental club, where she serves as treasurer, and her commitment to piano and baking. But Tessa is more than her list of activities. At her core, Tessa is defined by two key qualities: deep empathy and hard work. Her empathy is expressed through her faith and her passion for giving back to the community through volunteer work at various churches and recycling initiatives. She is a truly great person who cares deeply, not only for her friends, family, and dogs, but for her world. She has always been inspired by people who change perspectives. Tessa embodies the NHS pillars. She knows the value of effort, her guiding philosophy inspired by her grandfather, and she applies patient, hardworking spirit to everything she does. Tessa, I'm incredibly proud of you, and congratulations on this well-deserved induction.
At this time, I would like to welcome the vocal expressions to the stage to sing a song for us.
You can't step twice into the same river. No, no, twice into the same river. Take my advice about the same river. Now listen to me, oh. You can't step twice. You can't step twice into the same river. No, no, twice into the same river. Take my advice about the same river. Now listen to me, oh. You can't
At this time, if I could have both the current and incoming members join each other on the bleachers so we can say the National Honor Society pledge. Are we ready? All right. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected, to be true to the principles for which it stands, to be loyal to my school, to maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. I want to start by saying to our current members, you guys did an amazing job. The speeches this year, I think, were awesome, so I'd like to give them another round of applause. So to our new members, I'd like to say congratulations. As advisors, myself and Ms. Howard of the National Honor Society, we are honored to work with such excellent students. It's a proud moment for not only you, but for your parents, your family, and the faculty here at Byron Center High School. National Honor Society membership is one of the highest honors a high school student can receive, and you all have definitely earned it. Membership in the National Honor Society carries with it a great deal of responsibility. You've been selected not only for your academic achievement, but perhaps even more importantly for your character, your willingness to use the gift of your talents in the service of others, and your leadership qualities. We look forward to working with you in the future. Welcome to the National Honor Society. At this time, oh, sorry, go ahead. At this time, I'd like to welcome Ike DeVries to come speak to close out tonight's ceremony.
Thank you all so much for joining us this evening to celebrate the commitment, leadership, and service that each of these students has shown and will continue to show. Your attendance here is a big support to each and every one of them. To our inductees, congratulations. You have earned this through hard work, character, and dedication to our community. We are incredibly proud to welcome you into NHS. This serves as a recognition of your success, but more importantly, a beginning for the success that you will continue to have moving forward. Finally, thank you all for your continued support for these students. Before you leave, we have food and drinks available in the lobby for each of you. Have a wonderful evening and safe travels home. Thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, if parents, grandparents, family members would like to come take pictures, we'll have everybody stay up here for a couple of minutes before they move on, and you're welcome to take pictures with the signs also. So I'll have them stay put here for a couple minutes while you get your photos. Don't move.